Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at how you can beat the Extreme mission to use one Extreme TEQ Type character, one Extreme Strength Type character, one Extreme AGL Type character, and one Extreme INT Type character for the Festival of Battles event. Now, regardless of how you do the Festival of Battles, unfortunately, I think barring maybe Universe 6, which is an okay alternative if you have just the right units with int hit, there are very minimal ways, unfortunately, to do the Extreme type mission. So it's either have Extreme Burly or hit. Now, I might do a separate video on hit and Universe 6 if I can, muster up the courage to do the event again. But the reason I wanted to showcase this Burly team is for two reasons. Firstly, it's very impressive that Burly can solo this event. Secondly, as well, what I really wanted to highlight on top of that was that you can do the superclass missions whilst doing the Broly missions or the Extreme missions. So the superclass missions are to use a Super AGL, Super Strength, and a Super Physical. If you use this exact team, not only will you complete the event with an Extreme type team meeting the Extreme requirements, but you'll also actually beat it with the Super requirements. However, there are some crucial points in terms of the fight that you need to be aware of. So firstly, you need to make sure that you have the right units linked up at any given time. So we need to make sure that we have one TEQ Burly with the AGL Burly and one TEQ Burly with the INT Burly. We then preferably need to make sure that we use all the items at the right time. You want to use the Bulma item, the first 5 turn 25% attack boost, the moment you take on full power SS4 Goku. You will then use the next one immediately after that one expires. You will use your first active skill. It can be either INT Burly or AGL Burly, but preferably it's INT Burlies against the Goku SS3 because that will allow you to activate it. And then after that, you use the tail item at the physical Super Saiyan Goku, and then you use the other one afterwards once that one expires. You will also obviously make sure that you get the Dokkan attack against the Daima Duo. This is another crucial component. And then, of course, you need to make sure that you save both Broly actives for Gogeta and Vegito. It is definitely, without a doubt, a very, very, very hard thing to do. Mainly because it's so dang long. You can follow this guide and you can still miss out. You could still literally just miss out on Vegito or Gogeta. There's a couple of reasons for this. Firstly, what are your links on your Broly? You need to have them at link level 10. If you're using 55% version or anything less than 100%, you need to have your Broly at link level 10. You also need to have your Broly with attack gear. You want him to stack as much attack as possible, and you want to give him additional gear where possible. On top of that as well, you need to make sure you have the support item active, and you need to make sure that you are maximizing the amount of stacks Broly can get. It is a very difficult event because getting to the end is fine, and then it requires very, very, very specific gameplay at the end to win. So you have to start the game, you get through the first 2 turns, and then Broly will pretty much just insta win all the way up till the full power SS4 Goku. And then it's like, okay, now I have a problem. So the problem is making sure to use the items properly. Also, your rank can be highly dependent on how lucky you get with Broly taking supers. Broly gets a 30% attack and defense stack in passive for every super he receives. So if Broly gets caught with a whole bunch of supers, you could almost trivialize this event. If Broly is unlucky and receives almost no supers, then you're going to struggle. Because the thing is Broly can only take supers before he attacks. Broly, pretty much all the way up till full power Goku, will one-shot every other stage. There are also points where you can fail. For example, Kid Buu, he nullifies physical attacks. So your first initial key attack will do a lot of damage to him. Then you have physical attacks where you're not going to do a lot of damage. You're not going to do any damage to him because he nullifies them. You have to take him out with normals, but then Broly might not do any normals, and then you're in trouble. So it's just about making sure, basically, that unfortunately there are things that can go wrong in your run. That is the unfortunate aspect of it. But honestly, the thing is this is one of the few ways you can do both missions in one go. And like I said, aside the Universe 6 team, or maybe the Hit Tournament Participants team or something like that, you're pretty much left with only Exploding Rage as an option because of the power of Tech Broly. So doing the extreme battle, honestly, pretty tough. Like, it's tough. They'll bring out units that will make it a lot easier. I mean, already it's a lot easier than it was. We have a unit that can technically solo it, pretty much. So there's all that going on. But ultimately, yes. I do think that as players, yeah, it is one of those things you'll need to balance. With that being said, that is it from me. I don't like festival battles. It's too long. It's too boring. But we have to do these team builds, make sure we get the stones. So if you need any more help or clarity on when to specifically use things, you can ask me in the comments down below. I will gladly assist you, of course. But other than that, it is pretty much set from me. Like I suggest, you ultimately attack gear, link levels, especially if your Broly is not rainbow. Like my Broly is not rainbow. And I can tell you the difference between giving him attack gear and giving him links and doing all that was huge. It was very big. I started finding myself regularly at the end phase, and it did still take 2 or 3 tries to get everything perfect, to get all the active skills lined up, to get the items lined up, to get the right number of super attacks on Broly, to get the right number of bits of RNG here or there. It still took quite a few attempts to line up, but ultimately at the end of the day, with Broly the attempts are at least quick. I mean, like maybe an hour of passive gameplay, so you do have that. But yeah, that's it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care, stay safe, and bye.